Hey Fandom, it's me Aaron for a comic show. This is New Comics Now. It's the day after St. Patrick's Day, Tuesday. I am still sort of hungover from that. We had a great time in here. It was insane. I sung Chumbawamba Tub Thumping, Green Arrow shots, Hal Jordan highball specials, Green Goblins, Irish car bombs. It was insane. Thanks everyone for coming out. We had a blast in here and sold some comics. New comics today. We got some all-new Marvel Now, Daredevil by Mark Waid, who has just been on fire with Daredevil. Like, it's like, why does it need a new #1? Why is blah, blah, blah? Well, it's a fresh start. It's Mark Waid. If they had changed Mark Waid, I would be very upset. But this gets people into a #1 where they feel like they can try it and not be lost. And if they like it a lot, they can go back to Waid's run, which is like maybe 6 volumes, 7 volumes, once that last one comes out. That's all really good stuff and all ready to go at their own pace. I love the art in it. I like the premise of him in San Francisco, the way that, a blind person gets acclimated to their house, where things are, their house, their street, whatnot. He was acclimated to all of New York City, and now he's in San Francisco. How does he make this work? Nice humor, nice action, and I just really enjoyed the issue. Thought it was a solid first issue, and I love Waid's Daredevil. It's a lot of fun. Iron Man with Kieran Gillen. This is not a #1. It's 23 point now #1. Rings of the Mandarin. Yes, it's kind of like all of the Brightest Day, Blackest Night ring stuff with all the different colored rings and different power of the different rings. But it's also more, like Lord of the Rings. It's more fantasy and magic stuff, and I dug it. So, I'm not a big Mandarin fan by any means. My favorite Mandarin was the Mandarin in Iron Man 3. That made me laugh. But I'm sort of interested in this because I want to see what a Kieran Gillen can do for me. I like rings. I like colors. I like rings having different powers. I like random people getting rings. I like all these concepts because Jeff Johns made me love that. But, let's see what Iron Man can do. We also have the Iron Kitty Cat variant. We have the Deadpool variant where he puts the rings on his toes because, he painted his toes. And if you come in on Wednesday and get the Iron Man, we'll give you a free Iron Man mask so you can be Iron Man. It's, kind of cool. You get it free with that. And while supplies last, you'll get a free litho with Iron Patriot. So that's that. Marvel's putting a lot into that. So, if you're thinking about getting into Iron Man, give it a shot. If you're angry about how Mandarin was presented in Iron Man 3, read this. Maybe this will be a take that you like. I like the other one, though. Miss Marvel 2, I really enjoyed the first issue. I didn't think that it would be for me. I didn't think I'd be excited about it. Wilson, I loved her on Air for Vertigo, where, the map's not the territory. And lives this culture. She has a great affinity to it. She's taking great care with it, but making it feel real and making me feel as, a voyeuristic, white male Protestant interested. I'm enjoying it. The same way, maybe someone that was Muslim would read about Peter Parker. Like, what is this, Queens? This is cool. From a different country, whatever. But I'm digging it. I like it. I like that the book has a unique take. I like her relationship with Miss Marvel, who's now Captain Marvel. I like it. It's fun. It's interesting. I think it's winning on all fronts, where it could have been something that was just a PR stunt or something that was just pandering or something that was just, diversity because it's necessary. We all agree that diversity and inclusion is necessary in comics, but the execution of that is where it can either be awesome or kind of pandering sucky, and this was awesome. Rick Remender, I love everything he does. I like Winter Soldier back in the day, in that period of time where he was just a kind of brainwashed assassin, and Remender's pulling it off with these first 2 issues of having his title character, his protagonist, being a brainwashed assassin. I don't know. Rick Remender could do anything. I love it. Harley Quinn. This book is just fun. I like it. I'm going to like seeing the guys at MegaCon this weekend, Amanda Conner and Jimmy Palmiotti. That'll be fun. And this issue, Harley, yes, the new 52 Harley is not the one that people liked from the animated series and that costume and all that, but she changes her clothes all the time. She's in that roller derby stuff a lot, and this whole issue, it all hung on one joke, on one gag that was revealed at the end, and it was solid enough that I chuckled, I enjoyed it. I had a good time. Thanks, Harley. Connor and Palmiani are killing on that book, and it's 4 issues deep. Wonder Woman, the God of War. This is, I guess, Goddess of War. Azarello and Chang's days are numbered on this book, and they built this mythology, and they're going to go out with a bang, and I'm enjoying the ride. Speaking of going out with a bang, Jeff Lemire's Animal Man, issue 29. This is how you end a series, with respect, with just originality, something that's just perfect for the voice and the tone of the writer and the series. And Lemire draws most of this himself. It's Goodnight Moon, like Goodnight Animal Man, Goodnight Moon. It's a children's story that condenses the entire run of Lemire's New 52 Animal Man into a children's story that he's reading to his daughter. It's beautiful. I loved it. I love all of Jeff Lemire's work, especially when his superhero stuff touches on that interpersonal, emotional drama, family stuff that I fell in love with him for with Essex County. And he's bringing Animal Man over into his Justice League Unlimited book, and I can't wait. It's awesome. Good times. And his Green Arrow, the first volume is out today. Get it. I don't care if it says volume 4. Do not think you have to get the first 3 volumes. Those were not Jeff Lemire. Just get this and enjoy the hell out of it. This is great stuff. You know, they had Arrow going, the Smash TV show, and they're like, well, you know, we need to put somebody on our Green Arrow comic that's one of our best writers, so they put Lemire on it, and it's been phenomenal. So get that, enjoy it. Don't worry about the, you know, number on the spine. Pretend like it's not even there. A number is just a number. Who cares? Moving on, Scott Snyder's American Vampire, second cycle #1. This is the Volume 2, #1, but each thing was, you know, different story arcs, jumping around in time, different stuff. There's some exposition in here, some, you know, expository dialogue that's set up to catch you up in different ways, like Sweet talking to the skeletal remains of someone, recapping things that you wouldn't know if you hadn't read the volume 1, and you can get into this without reading that, or if you just need, you know, enjoy getting your memory jogged because it's been a while since this book has come out, and there is a 2-page thing in the back just kind of catching you up with a synopsis. The actual story was pretty awesome. I like it. It's up to 1965 now. It's been all, you know, jumping around through American time, because when you have vampires, they don't really age, so you can jump around in time. And I'm enjoying Scott Snyder's American Vampire, even though I'm not a big vampire fan. I mean, Twilight sort of soured me to vampires. Was never really a Lestat vampire fan, like the people that played the Vampire Lestat role-playing game in school were like, you know, a different class of nerds that I just didn't, they didn't like me, and I just like, I'm not going to try to win you guys over. You're kind of weird. So anyway, American Vampires, that's the stuff. I'm American. Bleeding Monk, issue 0 from Harbinger. I like how Valiant's doing these issue 0 origin stories. When you care about this character, you want to know about this character. Tell me more about this character. I want to know. Now they're giving it, like the GOAT with Quantum and Woody. Now you have Bleeding Monk. And with this, if you buy Bleeding Monk in a comic shop and the Geek Easy's open, come into the Geek Easy and I will give you a free Bleeding Monk shot. It's rum and it's red like a Bleeding Monk. Good stuff. Sex Criminals, issue 5's out. Been a while, it seems. Feels like it's been a while. There's multiple printings of all different crazy stuff. I love the graphic design. I love the trade dress. I love just everything about this book. It's a fun book. Can't wait to be able to sell the trade. Undertow. This is one of those Image books that takes you by surprise, that, you know, pulls you under in the undertow. You know, there's books by Image by established writers, established creators that you're like, wow, they're going to let something loose with total creative freedom, and they're going to just put all their love and passion into it, and I'm going to enjoy this. And you know from the inception that you're going to like the new book by, you know, Fraction or Jason Aaron or whatever by Image. But when you have these people like Orlando, and I'm not even going to try to pronounce the artist's name, and it's good, and it's just pulls you in. You're like, wow, Image still does this? Image still puts unknown or relatively unknown creators on something that they have total creative freedom, they have the rights to, and Image puts it out, and I can discover it and get that, like, that indie fix where, like, I'm actually discovering something and I'm getting that next hit of indie by people I don't even, not even on my radar as far as creators, and now they are. And I super enjoyed this. Fun book. first issue. I'm pretty sure the second printing's out now. We still have some first printings, so I ordered it pretty heavy when I read a preview copy of it. Great book, Atlantis. But Atlantis that may or may not be our Earth, but it's definitely prehistoric. Definitely people are like Neanderthal looking. And it's kind of a metaphor for Manifest Destiny or the New World with the Atlanteans conquering Neanderthal people. It's kind of neat. Fun. I enjoyed it. Zero, you guys know how much I love Zero. We have a lot of these graphic novels left because I ordered so many of them, knowing that they're only $10, and I had Alesh Cott here and Tradmore here, and they're signed by Alesh and Tradmore. We did a whole panel on them that is live. It had some sound issues, but we have that on our YouTube account for you to watch the interview. That had a lot of good little snippets on there, a lot of good questions and a lot of good answers, especially by Alesh. He's a deep, kind, passionate, intelligent man. He's just, with nothing but respect for this dude. He was so awesome and so level-headed and so just additive to our industry, that his involvement in our industry is just additive. It's just, and he was inspired too. Like the panel, sure, I was my normal self, you know, having a few little ethnic jokes about, you know, the Czech stuff of his background coming here, like Fievel goes west to America with like $2 in his pocket and makes it big, you know, great story. But he was vibing, and after the little interview we did, he went into my office and wrote like 15 pages of Secret Avengers #5 because he was just, the muse struck him in this place of the geekies in the comic shop, and he just nailed it. And I read his issue 2 of Secret Avengers. It was so freaking good. His voice is just there, and it carries over. And he's very conscious that his voice when he does his creator-owned stuff is the same voice when he does his company stuff. And I think it's true. I'm enjoying the hell out of Alesh, and he's just on the rise. Amazing guy. And issue 6 came out. You know, different artists, great story. This is way back in 2019 now, not, you know, the future from the previous issue with the crazy cliffhanger. But issue 6 is the first issue after trade 1, so get them both. I don't have issue 6 signed because that came out this week, and he was here last week. And big deal. Saga Volume 3 is out. You can check out this cartoon me and my pal Tony did about the gap in time when they have this big wait between the final issue of Saga and when the collection comes out and when the next collection comes out. Long story short, though, it's cool that, you know, they get a little vacation, they get to catch up, whatever, but you get to catch up as a reader. You can get your friends into it. You can get the volume. People can get this volume and still have like a month or two before the next issue comes out after this volume to rock and roll with it. And if you're already reading this and you're reading in the trade, so what I'm saying is relevant to you, this is where it all came together. Volume 3 is where just the whole narrative, like the characterization's been great the whole time, the narrative's been fun, but this is where it just synced together. The central theme just beat me over the head, and I will defend this book and argue this book. I'll take on all comers to this book. I love it. I will always offer Volume 1 money back guarantee. Brian K. Vaughan and Fiona Staples have just, this book is awesome. It's everything to everyone. It's fantasy, war, action, romance, comedy. It's everything to all people. And finally, Nemo Roses of Berlin is out. This is the book formerly known as League of Extraordinary Gentlemen. I guess it's not a league anymore, and they're not gentlemen anymore. It's you know, Captain Nemo's daughter, Nemo. And if you want your Alan Moore fix, here it is. Single volume, and just $10, knock it out. Get it, enjoy it, why not? And that's the comics for this week. Lots of good stuff. See you guys at MegaCon if you're local. Bye-bye. So thanks for watching. Subscribe, like, comment, share, do all that good stuff. And if you're local, this week we have Nerd Trivia Tuesday where you can win your bar tab if you win. Wednesday we have open mic, which is awesome. Even if you suck, even if you've never done this before, get on the stage. I assure you this will be the most comfortable open mic anywhere. It's a comic shop. Thursday is Comics and Comics, which is comedians inside a comic shop. Friday, I'm going to push very, very, very hard to have Nerdy Karaoke, even though MegaCon's going, and I argue with the MC, and I think I have her to do it. So Nerdy Karaoke Friday. Saturday, we're closing early. So we're going to MegaCon. We're going to close early Saturday. So hope to see you there. Thanks. Bye-bye.